Tommy at Yale University asking students to sign a petition to repeal the U.S. Constitution. 65% of those approached said they would or did. Which one? Did 65% sign?
65% signed the actual document.
Right.
And again, I can't stress this enough, not a single, so the 100% of them did not look at me like I was some kind of lunatic and some kind of freak who was trying to destroy the fundamental nature of this country, which is exactly what it is. It's mind-boggling. And the real-world consequences of this, right? It's not theoretical. The real is that these people are gleeful in the eradication of our freedom of speech and the eradication of our fundamental freedoms. And that's how we see this happening in real time, whether it be the tech companies or whether it be the left in Congress looking to shut down the freedom of speech of people they disagree with. This is a direct line for A to B, from what we did to what they're doing. These are the real-world consequences.
If the president of Yale saw this, it would not bother him in the least.
No, you're right.
You reap what you sow, and this is what they sow at Yale. Yale is a moral and intellectual wasteland, just like nearly every other college. What really is worth, another reason I want you all to see the video, is the number of students who volunteered or assented to the proposition that it is a white supremacist document. Correct?
And that was almost 100% of the kids that I talked to. Okay, so even some of the people who didn't sign it, almost everyone, when I raised the proposition of this being a white supremacist document. And again, I'm not talking about that they're saying that the founders. I mean, that's bad enough to call the founders white supremacists. But okay, let's just put that aside. I'm not saying that. They were calling the document itself, the enshrining of our freedom, the guarantor of our rights. They were calling the document itself racist, right? The document that has lifted more black people into the higher echelons of our community than in any system, any document on planet Earth. They call that document racist. It's incredible.
It's what they're taught from elementary school on. That's why they don't want us to show up at their campuses. It makes perfect sense. The white supremacist thing was amazing. So I guess they would say that of the Declaration of Independence. Do that next time. Go to Princeton and say, should we repeal the Declaration of Independence? Should we vote to condemn it?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or I would be even curious, what do you think? Here's another one for you. I always give you ideas for whatever they're worth. And here is another one. Ask students on some prestigious college campus, what do they think of the line from the U.S. Declaration of Independence that we are endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights? Do you think that, even better, do you think that line should be removed from the Declaration of Independence?
That is so obvious. The answer to that. You're talking about our Creator. There's no way they want any mention of God in any document that we do. Oh, that's a non-starter for the left. It's a non-starter.
What was it like? What was the feeling like when you were there? I mean, when you spoke to these people, is it like did you feel you're talking to Stepford students? I mean, what was it like?
It's like being in an alternate universe, right? I mean, it's like I was put in a country where the U.S. either didn't exist or the U.S. Turned out to be an evil country, become some kind of alternate dimension. It's hard. Look, it's hard to express. Every time I do a video, before I do the video, I go to myself, okay, this is never going to work. Right? I've gone too far this time. There's no way they're going to do X or Y or Z. And there's almost without exception, in fact, I can't think of an exception, where they ended up actually I was right. If they wouldn't go as far as I thought they would go, they always go as far, if not farther. Look, at one point, I did ask them, does the Constitution have any relevance? Forget about the white supremacist, racist aspect of it. And okay, you have a problem with that, and you want to give up your freedom because you think it's a terrible document for other people. I asked them, does this document have any relevance to you, right? I mean, freedom of speech, freedom of petition, freedom of assembly, freedom of press. Does this have any, forget the Second Amendment, right? Does it have any resonance to you? And they looked at me and they said, no, it doesn't. There's no freedoms in here.
I got another subject for you in light of that.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Do you have any American heroes, dead American heroes? I'd be very curious. I am. In this case, I knew what your answer would be about the Constitution.
If you can hear me typing, by the way, I'm typing your ideas.
Yes.
They're good.
That would, see, this is a question, the answer to which I cannot predict. Tell me 2 or 3 Americans, not living, don't say dead, not living, that are heroic to you or that you really admire. Howard
Zinn, #1.
I don't know. I don't know what they'll say. I don't even think they know Zinn's name. I think they know his book. So
you're probably right.
Yeah. So I would be very curious. I think that the only real chance is Martin Luther King. So that's why I would say, can you name another one? Is he the only one?
Right.
I want people to understand that what we have done to America's youth is deprive them of heroes, and that's a horrible, horrible thing to do.